Hey nerds and nerdettes, it's Rick here again, and I'm back with a review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the final three figures in the Thundercats Classics line by Mattel via their Matty Collector website. The two figures here on the left, Panthro and Pumyra, you can purchase on the website. They are day of sale purchases, so you can purchase those right now. However, the Mumm-Ra was exclusive to the Third Earth subscription, so unless you subscribe to that club via Matty Collector, you will not be able to purchase that. Exclusive just to subscribers. Obviously, I was a subscriber. Now, before I take a look at the figures, which we're going to go in order from the best to the worst, and the worst pains me, I gotta say. So, before we go ahead and take a look at those figures, let's take a look at the packaging. Now, obviously, all the figures do come in their little black mailer box. Each is going to be individualized to the specific character. So Panthro obviously has his profile picture here on the side. Not much detail otherwise, just the Thundercats logo here on the front with the name Mumm-Ra, Pumyra, Panthro. If it's a Thundercat, obviously they're going to have the Thundercat layer on their side. If it's a Mumm-Ra character, or one of his minions, it's going to be obviously his layer on the other side. So not much to the mailer boxes. However, each character is going to have their own individualized boxes, specific artwork to those characters. I will take a picture of the profiles on the bottom here so you can see what they look like, but otherwise they're pretty much standard packaging. The Thundercats packaging with the logo in the background, the raised sort of omens here on the front with Lion-O's eyes peering through, sight beyond sight, their own pictures here on the side, and again, profile pictures. And the pictures are going to be the same as on the mailer boxes, just colored, essentially. So there's Panthro and Pumyra. Here's Mumm-Ra. And then if you want to go ahead and take a pause of the video here to take a look at the profiles, I'll give you that opportunity right now. Okay, now the articulation on these guys is going to be different in each case, so we'll just cover each one real quickly. We've got Panthro here who has, focus, there you go, he's got a ball-jointed head, ball-jointed shoulders, bicep swivel, single-hinged elbow, swivel-hinged wrist. He does have an ab crunch as well as a waist swivel, ball-jointed hips with an upper thigh swivel, single-hinged knee, and then he does have ankle rockers. Mumm-Ra here is going to have a ball-jointed head, and that's why I don't have the cloak on him right now, so I can show off the articulation. Ball-jointed head, ball-jointed shoulders, which do have, they're pretty limited due to the bandages. They are attached here on either forearm, so it's kind of limited in how far you can get those elbows, or the shoulders out. But so you got the shoulders, Hasbro-style elbows, so you got the swivel-hinged elbows, swivel hinge wrists. He does have a waist swivel, ball hinged or ball joint here on the hip. You got the same Hasbro style elbow, knees, swivel hinge, and then he does also have ankle rockers. And then Pumyra has ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, bicep swivel. It's pretty well hidden here by the arm bracelet, I guess is what you would call it. Single hinged elbows, swivel hinged wrist, swivel waist, no ab crunch like any of the males. Apparently females can't bend at the torso. You do have ball jointed hips with an upper thigh swivel, single hinged knee, and then no ankle rocker, just a single hinged ankle. Okay, so I said I was going to cover, by the way, the irony that I'm doing a Thundercats Classics review, and my wife's asshole cat did this to me. And let me tell you something, people, he got me good. Little prick. It was an accident, though, so I can't be too mad. It was my fault. I was teasing him. There, the truth came out. Okay, so I said I was going to cover my favorite to my least favorite. So, obviously, Mumm-Ra is going to be my favorite here. This guy is very well done. For a little figure, obviously, there's going to be, he's the smallest figure in the line next to the Thunder Kittens. He's very well done. The sculpting on this guy is fantastic. He looks like a decrepit old cat, essentially. So you got lots of wrinkles and details in the face, the decayed, crooked teeth. Looking at the skin on his wrists and his feet, or, his shins, he just looks decrepit. And then the paint job is just phenomenal on him. His bandages look old. It actually kind of looks like, cloth, bandages. He really, Four Horsemen did a very good job on this guy. So he is very well done. And again, surprising amount of articulation for this little guy. I was not anticipating him to be anything more than essentially a little, a lump of plastic. But Four Horsemen went out on this, and I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic of the Four Horsemen's work, but they knocked this line out of the park. And of course, finally Mattel does good work, and the line ends. So go figure. But anyways, so this guy comes with 2 different cloaks. Obviously, this is going to be his more wrapped up cloak. He also comes with a open one here. I like the more sinister looking of the closed up cloak. So in order to put that on, you just basically pop the head off here. Just slide them on up through. And then pop the head right back on. Like so. And it's on. And he's in. Okay. And then, the cape really doesn't hinder his ability to stand at all. A lot of capes tend to do that, knock a figure forward or, make sure that the feet don't touch. Not so here. So, nicely done, Mattel. Again, might be the best figure that they've done in a very, very long time, if not ever. And he also comes with, accessory-wise, he comes with the hilt to the Sword of Plundar. Where in the world did I put that? There it is. Okay. So he comes with the hilt to the Sword of Plundar. Again, he comes with his extra cape, the more open cape. And he also comes with extra sets of hands, kind of one more graspy, reaching out kind of a hand, or spell casting, and one kind of open here. And he also comes with a very nicely detailed staff. It's very badass looking, I gotta say. Nice detailed knots in the wood of the staff and all that. And he just holds that like so. Soft plastic hands here, so just pops in like so. Like I said, Mattel did a damn fine job with this guy. I'm very happy to own him. And I feel sorry for anybody that did not subscribe to the sub to get him. Okay. Next, I'm going to be taking a look at Pumyra, which looks pretty different from the prototype. Her face is a little bit different. Oh, my. Her face is pretty much different. I don't know if that's just due to the sculpt or the paint job, but lots of fine detail in the hair here. They do great work on the sculpts and the hair and whatnot. Paint jobs are nice and clean. I've got no issues with her whatsoever. Just not one of my favorite characters of, the Thundercats lore, but, it's serviceable. I would rather Chitara or Tigra or, anybody else. But, hopefully Super 7 can pull through, but I'll get into that in a little bit. You got a little bit of paint slop issues right here on the inner cheek here. They didn't really quite paint the hair in full. But, it's serviceable. Lots of little details here on the satchel that she's got. Is what it is. No complaints about her. Just, I'm indifferent to her because there's not much to know about her. She wasn't badass until, I would say, the 2011 series. But anyways, she comes with her belt here, which does pop off. There is you can see a little notch there where it just plugs in. And the reason for that is because her belt serves also as her weapon, the whipcord, which she does come with. And she can just hold that in her hand, like so. And she also comes with the Totem of Dara, which she is a healer, so obviously this will help her with healing. She also comes with a boomerang deal. That's what Mattel describes it as. I don't recognize it from the cartoon at all. And she comes also with extra set of hands, one fist and one gripping hand, and then obviously one open hand. Okay, and now we get to my disappointment. Now, it's got absolutely nothing to do with the sculpt. It's got everything to do with Matty Collector. They just, you know, this has been one of the best lines of the year, but so, of course, Matty Collector, on their final figures, got to get one last little to the collectors, right? And it's a shame because Panthro is my favorite Thundercat. So, of course, my favorite Thundercat is going to be one flawed figure. And, you know, every figure in this line was delayed by months, if not longer. And it shows why, because the quality was there in all the figures. But lo and behold, here comes Panthro, and he's right on time. And the quality control is crap, to be honest with you. And I'm not really a nitpicky type person, but, you know, I've waited a very, very long time for classic Thundercats, and it's a disappointment. Okay, so let's go through the laundry list of problems that I have with this guy. Okay, so obviously the way that they packaged him in the packaging, his ear is now bent, so I may have to take a blow dryer to that to get that to fix. I'm going to have to paint the face entirely, probably, because he's got paint issues here. They completely missed where his eyebrow was, the raised sculpting of the eyebrow, so he's got the start of two eyebrows here. You've got some messed up plastic here. The black line under his eye extends down to his cheek, so it's a bit sloppy. You've got lines, you know, mold lines here on the bicep, here on the thigh, very obvious mold lines. Paint splotch issues all over the place here on the chest. Just, you know, issues that should not happen with the technology of today. You know, sculpting on this guy is fine. He's big and bulky, just the way he should be. He looks just like the cartoon, I think. You know, the sculpting's fine. For the most part, the paints are fine. But again, just little things that drove us away from Matty Collector add up. And it's all on the final figure, and it's all got to be on my favorite Thundercat, of course. Luckily, I've become adept to fixing companies' mistakes, but, you know, is what it is. Okay, so he comes also with another extra hand. He comes with the key to Thundera. He comes with a Thundrometer, or aka a Thundrillium detector. And he also comes with, now I'm not going to use this, but it's a cool accessory to have. He comes with, oh, obviously he comes with his fighting sticks, but he also comes with a twirling version, which comes with an extra red stick. You just plug it in like so, and he can hold it. Or you can just use it as an umbrella. Dad jokes, I'm full of them. All right, guys, so, you know, it's really cool to have these figures. It's a shame that, you know, we've got a broken team, essentially. So, you know, we don't have Tigra, Chitara, Groon, Snarf, Slythe, you know, any of the main characters, but we've got a Pumyra. You know, I obviously, I don't think that was the intention when they started the line. You know, they were going to continue this for as long as they can. But hopefully Super 7 can step in and continue the line for us, because I would love to see what the Four Horsemen can do when just, you know, cut loose and you know, go crazy with a team and a company that obviously will put forth the effort that Mattel couldn't or wouldn't. But so there it is. There's the final three figures. It's a shame that, you know, we got two very awesome figures and then one due to QC issues, not so much, but there you go, guys. And, oh, and another thing I forgot to mention is the Pumyra might obviously be a little too tall. That's just a minor complaint. I can get her into a crouching pose. Maybe it'll make her look shorter, but... All right, guys. So that's a look at the line. Finally, we can be done with Matty Collector. Hurrah. But come back tomorrow, and I will have a look at the Batwing by DC Collectibles for the Batman Animated Series line. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to get out of here for now. Take care.